is discovered to be the very center of some obscene practice. Abominations are done in the forest.
We're only sport, Uncle.
I saw Tituba waving her arms over the fire when I came on here.
Good. Don't let her off the hook. Same place. Pick up where we started.
You mean run over it? After I took a beat, you mean don't take a beat?
Yeah, you take that pause out. Take the air out of
Yeah.
that. Because what you're doing is... Tell me what was going on in the forest. Tell me what was going on in the forest. You were dancing. It was almost sport. He wasn't dancing.
Okay.
I know what I saw.
The world of the play is a term used a lot because it's a very specific world for a very specific production of a very specific play, not eliminated. What scenery does to a large extent is sculpt the space, and that has to do with the space the performance is being given in, whether it's a three-quarter from the scenery. You've heard a little bit about how the set changes a little bit, and I'll show you what the images that go with that are. One of the sculpting space things comes from the fact that we're in two houses which were fairly small in this period. We're in a courtroom which is fairly large, and we're in a prison cell which is very small. So how do we create one world or one kind of feeling for the world that works for all those things? And the answer is to do a set that can kind of expand and contract to be different pieces. And that means I've got to talk about the overall world.
How high did she fly? How high?
No, she never flew.
Why, sure she did. Mr. Collins saw her go over Ingersoll's bond and come down light as a bird, he says.
You, goody putty. She never...
It is a providence the thing is out now. It is a providence.
What's out, sir?
What's going on her life, too. So I thought to send her to your Tituba.
The Tituba? Tituba.
Tituba knows how to speak to the dead, Mr. Paris.
It is a formidable sin to conjure up the dead.
I take it on my soul, but who else may surely tell us what person murdered my baby?
Woman!
They were murdered, Mr. Paris, and mark this.
Yeah.
But that will get you open to be here and talking to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's also talking loud. She comes in running. Shh.
Yeah.
That could be even better. Come downstage and talk to her.
Okay.
So she's talking too loud. Mary's entrance, please.
Now, Betty, dear, it's Abigail. I'll beat you, Betty. I told your papa everything, so there's no need to do any of this. I want my mama. What ails you, Betty? Your mama's dead and buried. I'll fly to mama. Let me fly. Drink blood, Abby. You drink blood. You will never say that again. You will never. You drank a charm to kill John Proctor's wife. You drank a charm to kill Donnie Proctor. Shut it. Shut it. I want my mama.
The first conversation I had with Lee Blair, who's our director, he was really interested in trying something a little different. We have said, Alex, I want you to go to this exhibit and take a look at the first room. The first room. That we see throughout the play, and at the lead is Abigail Williams, who is kind of the whistleblower to the whole idea of there being witchcraft and controversy in the town.
He feels the shame. He knows the shame of what he did. Take him back to that moment. The moment in my heart. Take him back. Make him remember what it was like in the barn, on the hay, with the animals. Make him remember every second of it, because you have not forgotten at all.
Child.
Why do you call me child?
Abby, I may think of you softly from time to time, but I will cut off my hand before I ever reach for you again. Wipe it out of mind. We never touched, Abby.
But we did.
But we did not.
Oh, I marvel such a strong man may let such a sickly wife be.
You'll speak nothing of Elizabeth.
She is blackening my name in the village. She is telling lies about me. She is a what? You love me, John Proctor, whatever sin it is. You love me. You had pity me.
The opening scene is all all the girls around the fire, and Lee's idea was to have the only light be that fire on stage. So what I've done with my crew is built a fire with Mylar, and we've placed lights around it, and when the scene starts, the light starting look of a small fire and how we want to build it and add more lights in as the scene progresses, and then a little bit of ground fog, just a second. And then we go right from that scene into a very stark, cold scene in the Paris house in the morning. The set changes in every scene, like drastically changes with big pieces that really recreate the entire space. It's made lighting it a bit of a challenge because instead of lighting for one show, I'm essentially lighting for 4 separate mini shows, which has been exciting in the fact that it's something I've never gotten to do before, and it really helps you just play with angles and texture and colors, because I want to have that same feel throughout the piece, but I need to have it be different enough so you as an audience doesn't say, well, now we're in a courtroom, but it looks exactly like it did in the bedroom 3 months ago.
I will have nothing from you, Mr. Hale. Confess yourself befouled with hell? Or will you keep that black allegiance yet? What say you?
I say,
God is dead. You know who I am? I say you will hang if you do not open with me.
Mary, remember the angel Raphael. Do that which is good, and no harm shall come to you.
She's on the beam. She's gonna come down.
There's a couple of moments, Mr. Danforth, that you do have the ability and the freedom to use the center a little bit more and instruct.
Okay.
Surely praise it. That's the line I wrote in that speech. That's the one that I noticed first. You've got people seated here and here. You're talking to them upstage. You can talk to them. You were the one in charge. Use the space. Talk to them. Talk to Hale. So one of the, I mean, it allows you to be theatrical and organic at the same time.
Okay.
To use that. Even in Death of the Sales, even in any tragedy, there's got to be moments of levity or laughter or reality, and that's what that is. A week from now, you can really edit yourselves and find. But we've continued to grow. We will not stop until we open the show. So we allow ourselves.